We are all now standing in Tadasana, the mountain pose, and we will be starting Judy's mind body with triple burner from Qigong. Inhaling up, expand the body. Exhaling down, feel as if you contract it from the center, right at the low Dantien, right at the abdomen. That will send the energy to your Ming Men in back, the low spine, as you contract back on the exhale. Triple burner is our first basic Qigong move. We move from the center. We think of circularity. You can feel all the circles here as you expand and contract here. Through 3 energy centers, the head, the heart and lungs, and the abdomen. Here's your expansive inhale. So the whole spine also is long. It's being held from a string at the back of the skull. And that back of the skull also connects down through cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spine, all the way to your tailbone. If you put your index finger here and your thumb on your tailbone, you'll feel what I mean. Lengthen through that as if you're being pulled up by a string and pulled down from the feet at the same time. So maybe the best example would be a Qigong move that's heaven and earth, exhaling down, inhaling up. So maybe you watch it with your peripheral vision. Let's come back to center on the inhale and watch it as this hand moves up on the inhale towards heaven. And then watch it as the other hand moves down towards earth, exhaling. And there is a move called heaven and earth. And that's the way the ancients thought. They looked up and that's heaven and this is earth. And it still applies for us in many ways. This hand will move up now for heaven. This hand will move down for earth. And maybe look at it go down and look at it go up. Use your vision to connect with your movement. Why not? So now we're going to come into triple burner. Inhaling slowly up towards the heavens and slowly down towards the earth on the exhale. And when that exhale is super slow, we think of it as just letting go, but staying in control. The palms move slowly, but the breath can run out and you can just take another breath. But over time, you'll have this feeling of just letting this slow breath come down. Maybe try it on a hiss, like a snake. And at some point you do run out, but the arms are showing you that over time, you'll discover a really slow exhale there. The exhale is very important because it controls many things. Blood pressure, the sense of being in control when you might be out of control otherwise. Just a long exhale there is called a relaxation response. So inhale up, funnel breath maybe, and then funnel that out. I like to begin with the funnel breath because I think the body sometimes doesn't remember to breathe, especially when we're on the screen or some other way of not being together personally. It's an impersonal connection here, but I can see you, so I feel I have a personal connection. So here's your inhale, here's your exhale, and I can see you both coming down. Beautiful. Now, shaking out is one of my favorite Qigong moves. And when you shake out, you shake from the feet, from the knees, from the abdomen, from the chest, from the arms, all the way up to the head. And since it is really near Halloween, let's make some Halloween sounds, okay? Inhale up. Woo! And this is something that kids love. You see them in the park, try it. Woo! And if they don't get scared of you, then that's cool. Aha! Aha! Using your voice. Ahee! Aho! Whoo. Good. Okay, so there's all sorts of ways you can warm up, but I think the voice is one of the most important ones that we need to do. Triple burner then could move into Buddhist. Buddha picks up the earth. Exhaling down, inhaling up through the center, and pushing the palms up into the sky. Buddha picks up the earth. What a lovely image that we're playing Buddha. And sends it into the sky to change the world, to make it better. Inhale up, and that push up has strong exhale out. And then you inhale again through the center body. The center body is very important here, your central meridian. And then you push it up into the sky. And it's great for your wrists too, because you're inhaling here. You can feel the wrist turn here and go up, move up something there that's heavy, and then you let it go. Beautiful. One more of Buddha picks up the earth and sends it into the sky. And now we're going to look at the accordion. Inhale, center body. This is a linear expansion of the ribs. And inhale out, expanding, being careful to keep the shoulders as connected as possible here, but not lifting up on them. And exhale back slowly. Inhale out. Use your funnel breath. Exhale back, funnel breath again. And the next time, try inhaling through the nose. Tongue on the upper palate, like it's saying, if you say the word Nancy, that's where the tongue will need to be. So come back on the N. Inhale first. Good. So that's the way you can find where the tongue needs to be. It's behind the upper palate, at the upper palate, right behind the teeth. Inhale. And now without a sound, but feeling, just the feeling of the exhale come down with the That actually takes you to the Ujjayi breath in yoga. So the breath is coming down through the trachea as you exhale. And it's going all the way down to here, to your low spine and low abdomen. Inhale again. Through the nostrils, the mouth is slightly open, and out with your Qigong breath. And one more. Expansion, contraction. Beautiful. Shake it out. One of the most important things that's shared both in Hatha Yoga and Qigong is the propeller. It's the spinal twist. So bringing your palms out. I thought about this morning. If you bring out your thumb and your index finger, you can follow that easier than the third finger. So opening out, see if they're the same height, and then inhale, center, and exhale towards your right. Twisting your spine, looking over your left shoulder, bringing your hip over to the side. You're making almost a 3/4 turn here. Inhale back to center. And spinal twist is very good for all the nerves that come off the spine. And exhaling as you twist. Come back to center. Inhale before you exhale. And exhale towards your right. And this kind of wonderful work with a spinal twist does a lot for your body, for flexibility. So make sure that we're standing tall. This is where we have to be careful. So I like to use the third eye, which is the center of the forehead, as I twist this way. It's has my gaze up there somewhere. Over the screen, I'm not really looking at you, but only because I want to make sure I don't drop my head. And you can do the same looking at me. Just look over my head. I mean, maybe that works on your screen. Well, that will elevate the whole position of the top of the head here all the way down if you begin to think that way. What we want to make sure, however, is that we do not raise the chin up. So let's try the owl. Place your index finger of one hand on the chin and start inhaling first. And then you're going to twist just the head over here towards your right and back towards the center. Inhale. And then towards your left very slowly. And then imagine that you are the owl. And that's one thing wonderful about Qigong is we're always thinking of nature. Lots of images that way. And you're looking for something to eat that might be over the plain somewhere because you have a long range of vision as an owl. Or sometimes the eagles do something similar like this. They can see so far. And come back to center. So our next one that I want to do that's Qigong is to pick up a feather and pick up a feather and let it go is what it's called. And you're going to explore your peripheral vision. So when you pick up a feather with your thumb and your index finger, it's going to come up like this. And you're going to explore how high you can bring it up comfortably. And that's going to affect your inhale here. And then as you let it go, that will be your exhale as the palm flattens. And take it really slow. So inhale up. And exhale down. And take your time. And let's do one on the other side, and then we can explore with a little more speed after a while. But I think doing this, realizing it, how it works, just with the thumb and index finger coming up, inhale. You can actually use the side seam of your pants or your shirt and inhale up right there through there. Because that should bring you to our next move, which might be through two panes of glass in yoga. So you want to keep this whole length of the spine and also the connection all the way down through the spine with your side bend if we do that next. So we'll come back to this. Let's go into a side bend. Bring the hands overhead, all the way up. And then bring this hand down the seam of your shirt and pants and do a side bend. And if possible, look up at your hand. Inhale up, both hands up now, inhale, and bring the other hand down the side of your pants here. And it will be a side bend. You notice the curve and notice how you're really extending through your rib cage. While you look up, come back to center. We could do even better if we thought about this as the core. So think of this as your core and do the same thing. Inhale up. And keeping your core connected all the way down up to your back and all the way through here without puffing out the belly. See if you can get a side bend that feels a little bit more connected. And then go to the other side, same thing. Inhale up, side bend. And take a lot of time. One of you has really done this beautifully. So that's if you come up like this and then really feel that bend, you might find yourself going over farther, but stay in control of it. So this foot needs to be very grounded if you're going to do this. And if you do it on the other side, you could also open up the feet, rider and horse position, so that you're in a V, and then it's also easier. Good. And then we want to shake it out. We want to shake out all the time if we can. Okay, now let's go back to picking up a feather and letting it go and add our legs. So when our legs are coming over here, this leg is going to bend over here. This leg's going to straighten as we come up. Picking up a feather letting it go. This leg straightens here, and this leg really is holding you grounded and back with the big toe and the ball of the foot. So ground down there, lifting up your feather, and now let it go, and then come back to look at it. And the back leg will bend to allow you to straighten this front leg. You might even bring up the toe, like you're doing a weight shift. And then let the feather come down really slowly. And then bring your vision with it so that you could look all the way up as you're lifting up that feather and then letting it go. Even watch that as the palm flattens. As the more specific we can get with our bodies, the more we will enjoy and feel them. So coming up on this side, really extend up. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And now exhale, exhale, exhale slowly. And look back at it. And one more over here. So I'm not sure that we need to do a whole lot of Qigong moves. I just think these are some of the basics. And then we can move into the head rolls, which are also really important. But first, let's wake up the body. Let's do some knocking at the gates. And now you can really let that back heel go. You can just even very slowly feel what happens here. The forearm is tapping at the abdomen. And in the back, one hand seems to be tapping the buttocks, and the other hand seems to be just the back of the hand is connecting there. So notice the differences as we do these side to side practices and release the heel and slide on the ball of the foot. Yeah, just notice what happens with the whole body. That's what I want to say. We have amazing bodies, but we need to understand, especially if we get an injury, how do we fix that injury? Patience, resilience, waking up early, doing something, exploring. That's how we do it. Okay, now we're going to tap down from the lung points all the way down through the abdomen here. Fold forward halfway, straight, flat back there, and now round the back. Now you could bend the knees if you want to come down here and tap around your toes. Yeah, explore that too. How much do you want to bend? How much comfortable are you with bending the knees? Okay, so let's go over again. Let's fold forward halfway from the hips. Now round the back. Now maybe bend the knees. Your feet are out in a V here, rider and horse position. And tap all the way around the outside, up to the chest, and going back down again. Take your time. Good. And then shake it out. Shakeouts are the best thing that I've found that I like because I'm a high energy person, so I really need to shake out. We're going to tap down the top of the arm now and tap down the center. You can include your palms, why not? Up through the forearm here and up to the place we get our shots, wherever that is, this side, I guess, the top. And then come back to the other side, go down this arm, and maybe back down again. You want to give it a nice love pat because we're waking up the body. This is almost, Qigong is also a lot about tapping and feeling. Yeah, if you want to, you can also come into your hair and rub with your fingers or fingernails if they're rounded so you don't cut yourself. But you can come all the way around here and just comb your hair with your own fingers. And that's great for your scalp. And the curly hair you want. Okay, so now we're going to come from that into the fountain. So inhaling up. This is where we're going to fold forward from the hips, flat back, and then round the back and come all the way down to touch the floor or not. Just drape your fingers in front of the toes. And I have bent my knees here, and I am in rider and horse position. So you can try that. And then bring the backs of the palms together. Now begin to extend the body. Inhale and open. And inhale again. And exhale down, folding forward from the hips, flat back, round it, and then release. And next time we're going to add some Italian vowels. We all need to exercise our voice. Aha. Inhale. Aha. Inhale and exhale slowly down. The next one will be ahi, but wait for a special breath before you do that. Inhale, coming back up. Ahi. Always inhale before you make a sound. Inhale, exhale down slowly. Release or use your core. Inhale back up. Wait for aho. Breathe. Aho. Inhale. And last one will be ahu. Exhale down. Inhale up. Ahu. Ahu. Good. And I always like Tarzan because it brings me back to my childhood. You're going to tap your sacrum right here. Ah. Oh. We'll change it in a little bit higher voice. Ooh. Ee. Aha. Good. That's really good for you, and it feels great. Okay. One more tapping down all the way, and one more coming back up. Very good. All right. Circling the joints. Let's get some water first, because we'll do the circling of the joints, and you need to have some hydration going. Take your time here. Good. Bringing your palms in front to bring together like that, and then take them back behind you the same way. And this is to bring the shoulders down and back. So if you hold them out there, that will hold the shoulders down. You're going to inhale, drop the chin towards the chest, and come around towards your right side and around towards your left side. And the ear may come very close to your shoulder on each side. 2, we're going to do 4, 3, 4. Good. When you come back to the center here at 4, chin is close to the chest, you're going to go towards your left and around. Very slowly, inhaling here. Ear towards chest, towards shoulder. Come up here and around. Take a breath in and exhale towards the other side. 2. Take a lot of time for this. The neck can be doing tick, 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 tick. So you might want to find out whether you're really holding the shoulders down and back or not. 3, 4. Or you can also make the circle smaller. 4. Make sure you respect your own body. All right, now we're going to bring the arms out this way into a T and check whether it's pretty even T or not. And then circle the wrists forward, and without going down like that, because that can actually not be so good for you. If you have any wrist injuries, it's particularly not so good for you. I like to think of my index finger as directing this. So you can just do that, and then that'll put you in the right circle that you want. Good. And now circle the opposite way. Now you're going back with that circle. Use your index finger to say, okay, we're going to go that way. 5, 6. Good. Come back, bring the elbows close to the body and circle the wrists alone. Now, they're not going to be alone because they'll want to be with the forearms. So feel the natural connection of the joints here. 5, 6, let's go back. 1, 2, I'd suggest draw with your index finger first and make sure the fingers are relaxed and open. In fact, you can even sort of twirl them if you want. Yeah, good. Good. Now we're going to come into the crawl stroke and various other swim moves because that really opens up the shoulder joint. So crawling, like swimming, big arms, and use the idea of the hip, the knee, and the ankle moving together. You can move your feet. Why not? Good. Now take it back and maybe stay stationary for this one. It's up to you. You don't want to fall back. Good. That's about good for the backstroke. Now we'll do the breaststroke because this actually helps us connect to the core. So you're going to inhale here. And as you exhale, you'll be pushing in a little bit with your breath. So it's inhale, push, and use the word push. That works. You should feel something happening there, right? The abs are at work. Just extend the SH. All the way through as you move. And so now we've done a little bit of core work, and that's a good one for that. And then just stand still for a moment because that can be a lot of work for seniors on the breath. Come into Tadasana, mountain pose. And just breathe. Open the shoulders. Bring your hands into prayer here. You're going to do a prayer twist from yoga. Bring the feet together. Inhale, and you're going to twist, come up to the balls of the feet first, and then twist slowly to your right. Think of moving the hips to the right, the shoulders, and finally the head, because you want to actually turn completely with the body here as far as you can. How much can you see back there? And that's on the exhale. And then you're going to twist back to center slowly on the inhale. This is testing our balance because you are on the balls of the feet here. Inhale and then twist towards your left. Shoulder will move, hip will move, everything will move to twist you over here. Only thing that's not moving is the knees and the feet are all connecting to the hips here. So don't torque anything. Okay, let's tap down again. We want the chi to come to our skin and our blood vessels and everything else. So tapping is great for that. The chi is increasing our intrinsic energy, and it's not only inside, but it's also outside. Maybe tap the face, the neck, backs of the shoulders. Good. Circling the shoulders, forward, up, back and down very slowly. And you can always modify this too. If it hurts to move your wrists too closely, you can open it out. You can do this. I don't think there's any have tos. I think expansion is the thing, and then find what works for you. So sometimes I like to think I'm a condor bird. I'm this huge bird. I'm just going to do this. Sometimes I think I just want to move one shoulder and then another shoulder. See, this is where you can invent for yourself. What's your own? Make your own Qigong up. Slide on the front of the foot. Release the heel so that everything is moving together. Good. And let's come down the body now. we'll do our hip circles. Theoretically, we have this way, that way, and back. So come forward to the right, back to the left. Just get those 4 points working. So that, and lengthen through your spine, and you're moving actually through the center body here. And then circle it the other way, forward, left, back, right. So you're always doing both clockwise and counterclockwise. When you move to the left, it's counterclockwise. Okay, so that's where we are now. Good, and now we're going to do just a really nice circle and use your index finger again to loosen it up. Make it like a hula hoop. Good, now take it the other way. And the hips are moving the whole time, right? Good. Knees maybe were a little bent there, letting it go. Okay, and now let's see, is there anything I want to, oh yeah, I want to do I'd love to do the Hatha prayer. So let's bring the palms up into prayer and exhale it down slowly through the center body. So center meridian here, all the way down to the abdomen. There's your exhale. Now open it up on the inhale. Overhead here, there's your prayer. Exhale down. So we're coming down through 3 Dantiens theoretically, but in yoga, we're always touching the palms. And in Qigong, we're almost always not touching the palms, but leaving the chi to move between the 2 Leigong points of the palms. So there's opening there, but there's also energy moving. So this time I like to sometimes just watch. Do I have any energy? Do I have any chi coming down? If I watch the focus, we'll start turning my palms red because the brain, the breath, the body, and the mind are all working to use that breath as a form of energy. And that is the chi. The breath is essential. It's like an essential ingredient to your chi. So leaving the palms apart, can you feel the connection there? Is it warm? Open it out. Look at it as it comes back. It's just amazing if you're working with another person and you do this with them, like push-pull is one of our moves in Tai Chi Chih, and you feel that come back to your heart. There's this wonderful circle of energy coming back, and the inhale here, exhaling there, inhaling back. So we're really exploring our own intrinsic energy. I love that. Okay, on that thought, let's come into Tadasana, the mountain pose again. And we'll begin rocking motion, our first move in Tai Chi Chih. 19 movements and 1 pose. Inhale, exhale down. Forward, back, up and down, weight shift with a glide through the middle. And the heels come up as you move forward. And as you move back, the toes will come up. And now add your figure 8 on both sides with your index finger. Draw it first so you really feel the connection from the earth as you inhale up right here. And the heavens as you exhale down. And now open that up with the palms, but the same figure 8s on both sides. And this is how this was originally taught. I think it's been changed a bit. I like to go back to origins. Inhale up. Exhale down. It's slow, continuous, moves from the center, and you can feel it within. Those are all elements of Qigong, and Tai Chi Chih, 19 movements in 1 pose, is said to be under the umbrella of Qigong, with its slowness, continuity, moving from the center, and the inner feeling of connection to the Qi. And sink that into the earth. Coming back towards the center here, resting on globes of energy in resistance to gravity. And just breathe. That's grounding. Good. Now we're going to bring the feet into a V for bird flaps its wings. Inhale, center. And as you exhale, release the heels. You're sinking down. Inhale to rise without actually rising up on the toes. Exhale to sink. And then the third one of bird flaps its wings, you do one wrist circle. And inhale back. Two more sequences of 3. Inhale back. Good. And last one. Coming to a graceful conclusion, come back to rider on horse and exhale it down. Your feet are in a slight V here. Shifting towards the right, we will prepare our first weight shift forward on the left heel. And the heel is just dropped. Your yawn leg is over here to balance you. And it will be in a slight angle here, 45-degree angle. And you're going to come around for around the platter in chest high water. And the circle starts outside the foot that's forward. So in this case, it's your left foot. And the circle will start outside that knee. So outside your left knee, not outside your right. Good. And that fulfills the yoga and Qigong principles of making sure that we balance. We're basically balancing the energy here over the left leg. But we're returning the energy to the back foot. So here's your inhale. We pass the heart here. We exhale back to the left foot, to the right foot, sorry, for you. Okay, so the foot that's in back now will become yan. And now the foot that's in front will become yan, and then it will become yin when it straightens. So feel the connections of both legs as one leg bends and the other leg straightens, and there's a sense in the middle of gliding to get there. And take your time. Last one here on the left side. Beautiful. See, I think we all struggle as we begin because it takes a while for the chi to settle in. So now we're going to shift towards the left, the leg we just came from, and bring the right heel forward. And now we're going to do the same move around the platter, and the energy will be moving outside that right foot and back, sending the energy to the left foot, which is behind, right? And taking our time, we want to have the rhythm that's in the feet, not the rhythm that's in the hands. The hands basically know their own pattern, and we're just going forward and back. And 2 more here to come to 9. Good. Now we're going to bring that right foot back in. Inhale. Sink it through the earth. And we'll double ground it because when we finish the right side, we need to know where we are. Inhale up and exhale down. Very good. Our next move is around the platter variation, shifting to the right to bring the left forward, picking up a small ball here by the left shoulder and allowing it to drop right on the water, because this is in chest high water, right opposite the heart, and then picking it up again and making a full circle here. Exhale. Inhale. Seems elementary, but it really does affect the body when you move this slowly. Your blood pressure goes down. You'd be surprised how many changes there are. And after a while, you're almost tired from it, but it's a wonderful tiredness, like joy, having done something great, like climbing a mountain or something. And here's the last one on your left side of around the platter variation. The variation was simply that small ball that we added to the big ball or the big circle. Now we shift over to the left to bring the right heel forward, picking up our ball of energy at the right shoulder, and we inhale and we sink it center, and that energy moves towards the back foot. If you think you're not breathing, you can sometimes do a funnel breath. Like you're going to whistle. You want to always be breathing. And we'll say that's the last one on the right side of around the platter variation. Sink it into the earth. Let it go. Let's do several groundings here. Bring it to the heart on the inhale. That lengthens the spine. Exhale it slowly down in relaxation response. Bring it up to the head. Inhale up and exhale down. Notice how we're lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Bring it up to the clouds. Exhale down. This is the joy of doing Tai Chi Chih outside. So imagine you're outside. Take it up to the trees. Inhale. Exhale down. Notice how your body opens more and more and how longer you're getting with it. And come all the way up, slight back bend of the upper spine. Grounding solidly through the earth and sinking it down slowly in relaxation response. Beautiful. Okay, let's let it go. Let's just shake it out for a minute because that's a lot of energy. We were just connecting. If you need to get another drink of water because it has been 85 degrees, please be my guest. Okay, so one more sip or two. Okay, our next moves will be bass drum. Inhale and sink down. Shift to the right, bring your left forward. Prepare your drum. It can be 8 inches or it can be outside your breasts. No rules, just making sure that you feel that there's a connection of Lagong points. As you inhale forward through the energy here, and as you exhale back with that energy around you, we're cultivating the chi through bass drum. Notice how the wrists almost turn as they come back with you. And then they dig into the chi here. And they bring it around you. And your arms go back with it. And your shoulders and your hips as you do this drum. And of course, there's the forward back weight shift. So feel the heel begin to release here and the toe in front begin to release as you come back. But glide through the middle of it where they're on the floor for a little while before you let that front toe release or that back heel release. And that's the essence of bass drum, is to really feel that weight shift. Dig in and then dig out this way. Digging into the chi. Good. And last one on the left side for you. I'm mirroring you, so I'm on my right here, but you're on your left. Okay. Inhale. I'm just your mirror image. And now you're going to shift over to the left. Release your right heel. Only the heel is hardly any weight in it yet, right? It's the yin leg. The leg is straight but not locked. And now you shift the weight into it and dig into the chi as you inhale forward. And exhale back. And keep feeling it here so we don't just completely let it go there. Although there's a release of the arms, we need to keep feel the circle as it comes forward. And back. 2 more of bass drum. Beautiful. Good. Bring the foot back in. And let's double ground it. We just finished the right side. And our next move will be daughter on the mountaintop, shifting to the right, bringing your left heel forward and preparing to inhale forward and exhale back with your left hand crossing here behind the right. Your heart hand is the circle behind the other hand. So you're climbing the mountain and it has the feeling of coming back down through the central trail, or of being connected to someone else on the outside hand. And your own hand is always your own heart. And that's going to be the inside hand, the left hand, on both sides for this, either right or left foot. Daughter on the mountaintop also makes a heart shape here. 2 mountains coming down through the center of the heart, exhaling all the way down, and then coming back up again. Cleverly drawn by our hands. Last one on your left side of daughter on the mountaintop. And now we just simply ground it. Shift to the left, release the right heel, and begin again, starting in Tadasana, mountain pose in yoga, also in Tadasana, in Qigong. You're going to come forward from that mountain pose, come over 2 mountains. The back foot is in a 45-degree angle for support. The legs are somewhat close together, but you want to make sure that the heels never cross. A little bit apart, but not too much. And your back foot is at a 40 or 45-degree angle here. So other leg is just coming straight out from the hip. Two more. Of daughter on the mountaintop, right side. Beautiful. Bring that foot in. Come into rider on a horse. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. Just expanding the body. A little bit of triple burner here helps sometimes to open up the body again so it doesn't all get closed in. Good. Shake it out. And our next move within the same companion moves is daughter in the valley. Shift to the right. Bring your left heel forward. Exhale down. Inhale through the central trail. And now you're cultivating the chi. Come up through that central trail and really feel this inhale here. And the exhale as you look back from the tops of the mountains. Remembering that this is really connected to Taoism, where the nature part of it is really important to us. So here you are coming up a mountain trail, and now you're at the top of the mountain, and you're looking back, and it's an amazing view. One more here. Good. Bring the foot back. Inhale and sink it through the earth. Shift towards your left to release your right. Daughter in the valley, starting on top of the mountains, exhaling down, inhaling through the center. Breathing in through the nose, and then exhaling through the mouth with your tongue on the upper palate next to the teeth. You'll feel the breath come all the way down the inside. Two more. Last one, and then we'll ground this as the two companion moves that they are, daughter on the mountaintop and daughter in the valley. Sink it through the earth. And now we get the joy of doing carry the ball to the side. So walk slowly over here, that way. Inhale to sink it down. As you wind up towards the right, bring your palms up into a circle. That's the ball that you're going to carry to the side. Shift into this right leg for you. Bring out your left leg, just the heel. It's the yin leg. And now sink the ball over towards the left leg. And move your hips, your upper body, everything together. And on the third one, bring in the right foot and sink. Wind up. Release the left heel, just the yin leg here. And now shift, it becomes yan. And then this becomes yan. Two. And on the third one, bring in the outside leg. Inhale to rise and exhale to sink. And it's slow, continuous, and circular. Sink. And we'll go back. Wind up this way towards your left. Release your right heel. and move right. And notice how heavy the arms are because you're letting them go. Sink. The knees just bent a little bit there. You leave them there, and then you keep going across. Spongy knees, but not too low on those knees. And one more. Let's do one more here. Beautiful. And I always like to return to the left. So we're going to wind up here to go back. Left heel moves out. 1, 2, 3. Bring in the right foot. Inhale to lengthen, sink, wind up, release. 1, 2, 3. Notice how you're shifting hips all the way across there, like you're sitting on a bench. Slide the buttocks. 2. That's good. Inhale now and sink it down. Double ground it. Bring it up to the head. Exhale it down. Bring it up to the trees. And bring it up to the sun, all the way up. Slight back bend to the upper spine. Keep breathing, but hold it there. Solidly connected to the earth. And then slowly coming down with the exhale in relaxation response. Take a couple breaths in if you need them. Make sure you're always breathing. Good. Shake it out a little bit here. We're coming into push-pull next, which will look like this. This is the exhale down. Fingertips come up. The palms turn and you bring it back to your heart on the inhale. It's the only one marked as an exhale forward. But there are some other places. Okay, inhale now, exhale forward. You're on your left foot here. Don't forget your backup foot there has the 40-degree angle or 45. So make sure that you can come back comfortably and release your toes in front. Come forward comfortably and release your heel in back. Push, pull, giving and receiving energy from Kapasatar that came at the same time as Justin Stone's Tai Chi Chih and was carried all over the planet where it was needed. And people said, I know this. This comes from my own heritage. What is it? It's a way of connecting with people. You exhale forward, you inhale their energy back to you. To yourself. Sending it out, inhaling it back to your heart in a circle. Of joy, right? It feels so good. And that's the last one we'll do on the right, on your left, sorry. Inhale, let's sink it down and switch the energy towards the left side and then bring your right heel forward. Push, pull. Forward shift, exhaling, back shift, inhaling. Three more. I don't want to cut this one. It's so beautiful. Last one on the right side. Of push-pull, which also has its own companion move, which is called pulling in the energy from the farthest star. Let's ground this, double ground it. And then shift towards your right, bringing your left forward for pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe. Your fingers will be up the same place where they were for around the platter, but now the fingertips are bringing in the energy from the most distant star in the universe. So enjoy that. Pulling in the energy, whatever you might need it for, from the stars. Don't forget you're going outside your left foot and then moving the energy to the right. And then it's going to send the energy to the back foot when you do that. So here is a front foot. Here is the back foot. And one more on your left side. Beautiful. Bring the foot back in. Inhale to sink it through the earth, to lengthen through the spine, to shift over to the left, to bring your right heel forward, pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe through the fingertips. And just enjoy doing that. It's so beautiful. The whole idea of bringing energy from the most distant stars. What a wonderful concept of connecting with nature. And last one on the right side. Bring the foot back in. Inhale. Sink it through the earth. Double ground it. Bring it to your heart. Bring it down. And we come to the taffies. Another sip of water, maybe? Up to you, but I think it might help. Very good. Thank you for drinking water. All right. Basic taffy. Your left hand will come under the right elbow. Your left heel will come out here, and you're going to pull the taffy towards the left and sink it into the ground on the exhale. And now the right hand comes under, and you're pulling it underneath the other hand without it touching. And that's the invite hand inviting you to the right. And back to the left. Left hand under. The other hand is going to support the back yin leg that's straight, and then it'll pull in. So feel all those little changes. It's so cool. And let's do two more sets here. This one and back. Left hand under, pulling left. The invite hand is left, it's underneath. And going right. And wherever we are, we always want to return home plate to left. Left hand under, pulling the energy across. Feel the heavy air in the middle and the release as you come over here. And then inhale and sink it through the earth. And double ground it. Basic taffy will now morph itself into anchor taffy. Your right hip will stay on the ground. Your left hand will be underneath. Your left foot will come forward. Now the anchor will come in as you go towards the left. The anchor was your right foot and your right hip. Bring it in. And then it will lead this time. It will come forward. And your left leg is anchored until it pulls in here. The anchor comes into the boat. It's a shape changer. It then turns from an anchor into a leg. I like that, all that wonderful imagery here. And this will be our last one now. We're going back to the left. Anchor taffy, forward, and anchor taffy to the side. And then bring the foot in, inhale, exhale, double ground it, because that's all these taffies are different. That was the first variation of basic. Let's double ground it. And now we come to circles taffy. You ready? Coming to the balls of the feet and sink and rise. Sink, rise. Circles comes inward and then goes outward. Third one, now bring the left hand under and bring it to the side. It's basic taffy again. It's just a variation. Sink. And second cycle, sink, rise, sink. Now bring your right hand under and pull it over here and see it go. Sink, rise, sink, sink, sink left hand under and pull it over here and let it go. 1, 2, 3, right hand under the elbow, pull it over, and then let it go. It's so much fun to bring that leg in. I love that. 1, 2, 3, and last one of anchor taffy, our second variation. And our third variation will conclude the taffies, and this one is perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Ready? It's a mouthful. And here we go. You're going to shift over here. You're moving left, so bring your left heel out, and you're pulling the taffy. And you can add the heart protector move to this if you like. I like that myself. It's all Qigong, this part. Heart protector is really this whole wonderful feeling of bringing that palm down without touching the skin on the inside of the arm, all the way almost up to the shoulder there, but not quite. And the heel comes, you bring it up, you flex the foot, come down with the heel first, and then you go to the front of the foot. When you feel it hits the toes, then you release the other foot. So coordinate that by feeling it. And we'll do the last two here, one this way and one back. And we will have finished the taffies. That's a beautiful one. You can do that forever. Do it by the ocean on the cliff. Oh man, it's so great. Perpetual motion taffy with heel step. Dogs love it. Okay, our next one is working the pulley. You're going to shift to the right to bring the left forward. And your right hand will be underneath the hip here. Your left hand's going to come out straight from the shoulder, but your body will turn with the breath. So here's your exhale. And here's your inhale. And that's going to turn that same hip that came forward here is going to come back here on the inhale. And that's basically what affects the feet here. So they slide on the back heel, on the back heel and the front of the foot, and they on the back foot they slide on the toe. Okay. Here's where the slide's going to be here. It's going to be on the heel of the foot in the front, and the back will be on the ball of the foot. That twist is only coming because of the breath. Here's your exhale. Here's your inhale of that hip. And there's a slide there that saves you from torquing your knees or your ankles. You just kind of have to practice till you find some of these weird things that intrigue some of us a lot, which is why we keep doing this, because it's intoxicating. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, that's very good on the left side. Now we'll try it on the right side. Shift it down. You might want to double ground it first. Make sure you keep hip, knee, ankle together, and then you'll be fine. Okay, there we are, about to release the right heel. And the right hand's up, just coming right out from the shoulder here. You're going to come right out from the shoulder, but you're going to twist with the back ball of the foot and the front heel of the foot. And you can slide, especially if you've got some kind of carpet there. And one last one here on the right side. And we'll bring that foot back in here and double ground it. Inhale, sink. Let's bring it up high and sink it down. Our next moves will be light at the top of the head and light at the temple. Your feet are in a V, sinking down. Coming to light at the top of the head. The palms face each other right at the crown of the head, which is the back of the skull. Elbows are out. Exhale down. Inhale up. Coming to the balls of the feet. This is a 3 times thing here. And one more coming up. And then circling the palms above the head. 3, 4, 5, at least 6. I prefer 9. 9, because that's the noble Chinese number. I like it. Now you're going to sink down again 3 times. 1, and inhale, release. 2. This is light at the top of your head. This embellishes all the ideas that come off your head about good stuff, the good stuff you want to do, the good stuff you want to think, how your reactions will be. And then you're going to circle the palms, all that energy that we have. You're circling the Tao, hold it, sink and rise, and let it go. Out into the world and back to your heart, which will be the top hand here. Inhale. Then bring it down. Feet are still in a V. Now bring it to the temples, light at the temple. Sink and rise. Let it go. Hold it. It's the light of thought, speech, and action. Circle it. Hold it. Inhale it and sink and rise and let it go. It's a happy thought. Letting stuff go is good. Out into the world, back to your heart, left hand on top. And our next move will be joyous breath. So sinking the energy down, taking a deep breath in, coming to the balls of the feet, and coming down 4 times with a Inhale up. Make it happy. Make it very macho in a good way. And last one. It's the most yawn move we have. Let it go. Passing clouds, feet in a V. All things change. We let the mirror hand go here because it's a moving meditation. If you wish to follow it, then make sure you come back to center at some point. You might want to see whatever art's in your room or whatever light is around you, and then let it go and let the mirror hand not be what's so intriguing. Let it go. Making this a moving meditation. Last weight shift here, coming back to the left. And inhaling and exhaling, come up to prepare for our final moves here, which will be 6 healing sounds and then cosmic consciousness pose. Ready? 6 healing sounds. Heart. Ho. Hu. For the spleen. Tsu. For the liver. Sh. For the lungs. Shi. For the triple heater. And Chi. For the kidneys. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Tree. Last one, 5 trees when we get there. Ho. Hu. Tsu. Sh. Shi. Tree. Tree. Heel step. Tree. 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 Mixing the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites, and bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone for cosmic consciousness pose. The palms move out, the left hand moves close to the heart, the fingers are open, the thumbs are up, looking through the window of eternity and over it, that we're all together in community and love this practice. Thank you for your practice.